Bombay High Court dismissed actress Anushka Sharma's plea. State Sales Tax Department's notice was challenged. The actress cited performers' rights. Karnataka High Court tops in disposal of cases. India Justice Report published. Tata Trust issues this report. ISRO has accomplished another big achievement. RLV-LEX successfully tested. Coming to Earth from space become easier. Exemption from customs duty on import of medicines for personal use to be implemented on April 1st. The aim is to give relief to the poor. And Bandipur Project Tiger Reserve completes 50 years. Project Tiger was started in 1973. The aim was to stop the dwindling population of tigers. Recently, the Bombay High Court refused to give relief to actress Anushka Sharma in a tax-related case. Tax was demanded from her for the years 2012 to 2016 under the Maharashtra Value Added Tax Act. This notice of the State Sales Tax Department was challenged by Anushka Sharma in the High Court, but the court rejected the petition. In fact, the Mazgaon Deputy Commissioner of Sales Tax sent a notice to actress Anushka Sharma under the Maharashtra Value Added Tax Act. In the notice, sales tax along with interest of Rs 1.2 crore was imposed on the income of Rs 12.3 crore received by Anushka Sharma in the financial year 2012-13. Also, Rs 1.6 crore was imposed on Rs 17 crore received in the financial year 2013-14. This money was earned through award shows, performances and advertisements by the actress. The tax department argues that the actress has made this earning under a tripartite agreement. As such, the actress has first ownership of copyright on all of her artistic features. Selling these rights through agreements would be chargeable to sales tax and not just income tax. On this, the actress argues that she does not have the copyright of any film but her performer's right. They believe that the performer's rights was acquired under Section 38 and 38A of the Copyright Act and are not transferable. Consequently, the party that hired her to perform would be liable to pay sales tax. Significantly, there was no provision of performer's rights in the Copyright Act 1957. In the year 2012, this right was included by amending the law. Under this, when an artist engages in any performance, such as a song, film, or literary work, its rights remain with the person concerned for 50 years. Its special feature is that these rights cannot be waived or reduced by contract. Means to say that the rights of the performers cannot be sold or transferred through a contract. Lately, the Supreme Court has given green signal to the Malayalam news channel Media One for broadcasting. It also rejected the central government's order banning the broadcast of Media One. The apex court says that the channel's critical views on the policies of government cannot be termed as anti-establishment, as freedom of press is essential for a strong democracy. The court argues that non-renewal of permission to operate a media channel is a restriction on the freedom of press. It can be restricted only on the grounds laid down in Article 19(2) of the Constitution. Elaborating on the freedom of the press, the top court said that a free press is vital for the robust functioning of a democratic republic as it throws light on the functioning of the state. In fact, last year the Union Home Ministry had banned the broadcast of Media One TV citing security reasons, also refused to approve the renewal of the license of the channel. As per the licensing policy, each channel has to obtain security clearance from the Ministry of Home Affairs to broadcast in the country. The security clearance is valid for a period of 10 years. After this, the channel has to take the approval again. After the ban, Media One challenged this decision of the government in the Kerala High Court. On this, the Kerala High Court rejected the petition of Media One TV and upheld the government's decision. After this, Media One TV challenged this decision of the Kerala High Court in the Supreme Court. Recently, India Justice Report 2022 was released. Its purpose is to make a comprehensive assessment of the status of justice delivery in India. The report has been prepared keeping in mind several parameters like police, judiciary, prisons, and legal aid. The report claims that the number of judges in Indian courts is much less than their sanctioned strength. Apart from this, the number of cases in the courts is increasing. The report says that the number of cases per judge is increasing due to the decrease in the number of judges along with the increasing number of cases. Karnataka topped the report among 18 large and medium-sized states with a population of more than 1 crore. It means Karnataka is at the top position in terms of disposal of cases. It is followed by Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Kerala. Uttar Pradesh is at the bottom in this report. On the other hand, Sikkim is at the top position among the 7 small states with a population of less than 1 crore. The report claims that only 22% of the people lodged in India's jails are convicted criminals, while about 77% of the prisoners are under trials. According to the report, the number of under trial prisoners has increased from 2.4 lakh to 4.3 lakh by 2021 as compared to 2010, which is almost double. Let us tell you that India Justice Report was released for the first time in the year 2019. The report has been released by Tata Trust. Recently, its 3rd edition was released. The report provides information on the 4 pillars of justice delivery, that is police, judiciary, prisons, and legal aid. Recently, IFC, that is International Finance Corporation, has decided not to give financial support to new coal projects. IFC has taken this decision in view of the Paris Agreement. In fact, in the year 2020, the IFC unveiled a policy in which countries around the world have been told to reduce their exposure to coal projects by the year 2025. Along with this, the need to make it zero by the year 2030 has also been emphasized. However, the IFC did not stop new investments, due to which various countries had continued coal projects. According to experts, India's energy-related projects will be negatively affected by this new decision of IFC, because India is still dependent on coal for about 75% of its energy requirements. However, a positive side of this would be that it would increase India's dependence on clean energy options to meet its energy requirements. According to one statistic, IFC has provided loans of about $5 billion to about 88 financial institutions in India. Significantly, the Paris Agreement is an important environmental agreement. It was adopted by almost all the countries around the world in the year 2015, while India formally signed it in April 2016. Its purpose is to deal with climate change and its negative effects. It also aims to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions so as to keep global temperature rise well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by the end of this century. Let us tell you that the International Finance Corporation is a unit of the World Bank Group. It was formed in July 1956. Its headquarters is in Washington, D.C. This organization provides loans to private industries in developing countries without any government guarantee. At the same time, it also encourages additional capital investment in these countries. In this way, IFC improves people's lives in developing countries by promoting infrastructure and energy projects. Lately, an international conference on human-wildlife conflict and coexistence was organized. The conference concluded in Oxford, United Kingdom. The conference ran from 30 March to 1 April. It was first such conference organized with the help of IUCN, Food and Agriculture Organization, United Nations Development Programme, and many other organizations. The aim of the conference is to establish coordination between people and institutions working on human-wildlife conflict, also providing opportunities to work together on national, regional, or global policies and initiatives. Let us tell you that human-wildlife conflict refers to a situation where the presence or behavior of wildlife causes threats to human interest. As a result, there is a negative impact on humans, animals, and their habitats and resources. This also poses a threat to biodiversity conservation and sustainable development. If we look at the causes of the conflicts, then loss of natural habitat of animals, increase in population of wild animals, lack of food and fodder, expansion of human towards forest, etc. are the main reasons for this. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, conflict-related deaths have affected more than 75% of the world's wild cat species. Elephants in India killed about 1,500 people in 3 years in the course of human-wildlife conflict. Odisha tops the list with the highest number of deaths. After this comes the place of Jharkhand and West Bengal. ISRO accomplished a big achievement recently. It successfully tested RLV-LEX, that is Reusable Launch Vehicle Autonomous Landing Mission. ISRO completed this test at the Chitradurga Aeronautical Test Range in Karnataka. Chinook helicopter was used in the test. Initially, the RLV was taken up to a height of about 4.5 km with the help of a helicopter. It was then released down under Mission Management Computer Command. After this, RLV created history by successfully landing on the ground in autonomous mode. Actually, a rocket that is capable of returning safely to Earth from space is called Reusable Launch Vehicle. As a result, it is possible to use them many times. In the coming time, ISRO will be able to prepare its space shuttle with its help. Along with this, the space tourism sector can also be explored in future. Significantly, Chinook is a multi-role vertical lift platform helicopter. It is used to transport troops, artillery, equipment and fuel. It is also used for humanitarian and disaster relief operations and missions such as mass evacuation of refugees. This helicopter is capable of carrying out 10 tons of load. Chinook was inducted into the Indian Air Force in 2019. Private space company Skyroot Aerospace has achieved a great feat in India's space sector. Recently, Skyroot Aerospace test fired its 3D printed Dhawan 2 engine for a duration of 200 seconds. This mobile cryogenic engine was tested at the Solar Industries Propulsion Test Facility in Nagpur. The company has developed this engine for its heavy vehicle Vikram 2. The Dhawan 2 engine is an updated version of the Dhawan 1, Skyroot's first privately developed fully cryogenic rocket. It was successfully tested in November 2021. Vikram S was launched last year with the help of Dhawan 1 engine, which carried 3 customer payloads. With this, it achieved the status of the country's first private rocket. Let us tell you that Vikram S rocket is a single-stage suborbital launch vehicle. Suborbital launch vehicles are vehicles that travel at speeds slower than orbital velocity. This means that it is fast enough to reach outer space but not fast enough to remain in orbit around Earth. Significantly, Skyroot is planning to make its first orbital flight by the end of this year. Vikram 2 rocket is to be used by the company for its flight. Experts say that this flight will make it the first private launcher company in South Asia. The central government has given a big relief on medicines for rare diseases. For this, basic customs duty has been exempted on imported medicines and food items. Along with drugs for rare diseases, the government also removed customs duty on cancer immunotherapy medicine, Keytruda. This exemption in customs duty will be implemented from April 1, 2023. In addition to custom duty relief, the government has made a provision to provide financial assistance of up to Rs 50 lakh for the treatment of any type of rare disease in centers of excellence. Earlier, under the National Rare Disease Policy, there was a provision to provide financial assistance of up to Rs 20 lakh to people suffering from rare diseases included in List 1. Let us tell you that such diseases are included under List 1, which require one-time treatment, while List 2 requires long-term or lifelong treatment. Whereas List 3 diseases are for which definite treatment is available, but it is challenging to select the most suitable patient for the benefit. These drugs usually attract a customs duty of 10%, while some vaccines or drugs attract 5% or no customs duty as notified earlier. However, drugs for the treatment of spinal muscular atrophy and Duchenne muscular dystrophy were already exempted from customs duty. The notification issued by the government states that people importing such drugs will have to obtain a certificate from the Central Director General, Deputy Director General or Assistant Director General of Health Services, Director General of State Health Services or District Medical Officer or Civil Surgeon. The certificate has to be given to the Deputy Commissioner or Assistant Commissioner of Customs at the time of custom clearance. If the certificate is not with the concerned person at the time of custom clearance, then it will be mandatory to give the certificate within a certain time period. If case of not submitting the certificate, the customs duty will have to be paid. Significantly, a rare disease is a health condition where very few people are affected by these diseases as compared to common diseases. The number of diseases classified as rare is around 6,000 to 8,000, but only less than 5% have a cure. Recently, ISA, that is International Seabed Authority, has decided to take applications from the companies mining the seabed. It will start in July. ISA has also prepared a draft in this regard, which is yet to be implemented. Under this, mining will be done to extract key battery material from rocks called polymetallic nodules found at a depth of 4 to 6 km. Actually, sediment deposits in deep water under the sea are called polymetallic nodules. It consists mainly of iron oxyhydroxide and manganese oxide precipitates on which metals such as nickel, cobalt, copper, titanium, manganese and rare earth metals are present. They are found abundantly in the Clarion-Clipperton zone in the North Pacific Ocean between Hawaii and Mexico. ISA, that is International Seabed Authority, was formed on 16 November 1994. It is an autonomous intergovernmental body. The ISA works to organize, control and regulate mining-related activities in the international seas beyond the boundaries of national jurisdiction. Its headquarters is located in Jamaica, whereas UNCLOS, that is United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea, is an international agreement. The International Seabed Authority was formed under this convention. It sets out the rights and responsibilities of countries over the world's seas and oceans. Along with this, it also determines the rules for the use of marine resources. UNCLOS was adopted by the United Nations in the year 1982 but came into force in November 1994. India signed it in the year 1995. Recently, Bandipur National Park completed its 50 years as a Project Tiger Reserve. This national park got the status of Project Tiger in 1973. In the year 1985, its area was expanded by including areas adjacent to Venugopala Wildlife Park. When Project Tiger was launched, the number of tigers here was 12. But after conservation measures, the number of tigers in this reserve has been estimated at 126. It is spread over two districts of Karnataka, that is Mysore and Chamarajnagar. It is located in the Tri-Junction region of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Bandipur Tiger Reserve represents the biodiversity hotspot of the Western Ghats Mountains. It is bordered by the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve to the south and Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary to the southwest. Significantly, Project Tiger was started in the year 1973 by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. It is a centrally sponsored scheme of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Its purpose was to stop the dwindling population of tigers in the country. Along with this, the tigers were to be protected by providing them shelter in national parks. The National Tiger Conservation Authority is a statutory body under the Ministry of Environment. It was established in the year 2006 following the recommendations of the Tiger Task Force. Let us now look at the 5 questions based on the bulletin. Questions based on today's bulletin are: first question is, consider the following statements related to performer's right. 1. There was no provision for performer's right in the Copyright Act 1957. 2. In the year 2012, this right was included by amending the Copyright Act. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, or none of the above. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the India Justice Report. 1. For the first time, the India Justice Report was released in the year 2019. 2. This report is issued by Tata Trust. 3. This report provides information on the 4 pillars of justice delivery: police, judiciary, prisons, and legal aid. 4. Its purpose is to make a comprehensive assessment of the status of justice delivery in India. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 4 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, or all of the above. Next question is, consider the following statements. 1. The International Finance Corporation is a unit of the World Bank Group. 2. It was formed in July 1956. 3. It is headquartered in Washington, D.C. 4. This organization provides loans to private industries in developing countries without any government guarantee. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or all of the above. Next question is, consider the following statements related to International Seabed Authority. 1. The International Seabed Authority was formed on 16 November 1994. 2. It is an autonomous intergovernmental body. 3. Its headquarters is located in Jamaica. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are not correct? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, or none of the above? Last question is, consider the following statements. 1. The National Tiger Conservation Authority is a statutory body under the Ministry of Environment. 2. It was established in the year 2006 following the recommendations of the Tiger Task Force. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Recently, Finland has become a member of NATO. After this, the number of NATO members has increased to 31. Actually, Finland shares about 1,340 km long border with Russia. Therefore, it was natural for Russia's neighboring country Finland to feel insecure due to the Russia-Ukraine war. However, before joining NATO, Finland was following a policy of non-alignment. Let us tell you that NATO is an intergovernmental military alliance. It was established in the year 1949. The full name of NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The organization was formed as an organized defense pact between North American and European nations. The World Bank has reduced India's GDP rate forecast for the financial year 2023-24 to 6.3%. The primary reasons for this are high borrowing cost and slow pace of economic growth. However, World Bank Country Director Auguste Tano Kouame says that the Indian economy is extremely resilient and capable of withstanding any kind of external economic shocks. It is worth mentioning that earlier the World Bank had announced India's GDP rate to be 6.6% in the financial year 2022-23. The bilateral maritime exercise LEX 23 between India and Sri Lanka is being organized in Colombo. This exercise started on 3rd April. This is the 10th edition of the bilateral naval exercise between the two countries. The Indian Navy is represented by INS Kilton, Indigenous Kamorta class ASW Corvette and INS Savitri, and an offshore patrol vessel in the exercise. The Sri Lankan Navy is being represented by SLNS Gajbahu and SLNS Sagar. The main objective of this bilateral maritime exercise is to improve interoperability and mutual understanding between the two countries. It may be noted that the previous edition of LEX was held in Visakhapatnam. Recently, Forbes has released the list of Asia's richest people. According to this list, Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in Asia. At the global level, Bernard Arnault of France is the richest man in the world. Mukesh Ambani's total assets are $83.4 billion. On the other hand, if we talk about his main rival Gautam Adani, then he has come at the 24th position in this list. Significantly, after the report of Hindenburg Research, there was a sharp decline in the price of Adani's company's shares. Recently, Gaj Utsav 2023 has been organized. The event was organized at Kaziranga National Park under the aegis of the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the Government of Assam. It was inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu. It has been organized to celebrate the completion of 30 years of the success of Project Elephant. It aims to raise awareness about elephant conservation, prevent conflicts between people and elephants, and protect their corridors and habitat. Significantly, the Government of India had started Project Elephant in 1991 to 1992 to protect elephants and their natural habitat. Recently, GI tag has been given to Pashmina wool of Ladakh. After this, the people engaged in this wool profession will be able to get the right price of wool, which will improve their economic status. Explain that Pashmina wool is obtained from Changthangi goat. These goats can survive even in temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius. They are reared by nomadic people of Changpa community. About 300 to 400 grams of Pashmina wool is obtained from each goat in a season. Significantly, Ladakh produces the largest amount of Pashmina, that is about 50 metric tons in the world and of the best quality. On 8th April, the 125th anniversary of the Ramakrishna Mutt is being celebrated in Chennai. Let us tell you that this mutt was started by Swami Ramakrishna Nanda in the year 1897. Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission are spiritual organizations. Its members are engaged in humanitarian and social service activities in various forms. Recently, Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport has joined the club of 10 busiest airports in the world. It has been placed at the 9th position in the world in the list of ACI, that is Airport Council International. According to ACI data, Delhi handled about 5.95 crore passengers in the year 2022. Significantly, this airport is the largest airport in India. With this, it has become the only airport in South and Southeast Asia to feature in ACI's list of 10 busiest airports. Indian origin Singaporean actress Anjana Vasan has recently been honored with the prestigious Olivier Award. Vasan was awarded for the Best Supporting Actress. She was awarded the title for her role as a Stella Kowalski in the revival of Tennessee Williams' play A Streetcar Named Desire. Let us tell you that this award program was organized at the Royal Albert Hall in London. This was the 47th edition of the Olivier Awards. Significantly, the actual name of this award is Society of West End Theatre Awards, but it came to be called Olivier Award after the late famous British actor Laurence Olivier. Recently, India has been elected a member of the United Nations Statistical Commission, the Drug Prevention Commission, and the United Nations HIV/AIDS Program Coordinating Board. All three are important subsidiary bodies of the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. The Statistics Commission is the apex body that oversees international statistical activities and is responsible for setting standards in this field. At the same time, the Narcotics Prevention Commission monitors the implementation of international drug control treaties, while the United Nations AIDS Program Coordination Board provides strategic guidelines for the prevention of HIV/AIDS.